Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In our last series, we completed Volume 1, Chapter 1 to 10 of Handbook of Abhidhamma Studies. We explored consciousness, mental factors, matter, nibbana, kama, jhana, and more. Now we begin Volume 2 and we start with one of the most profound and challenging topics in the entire Abhidhamma, conditional relations, or Paṭṭhāna. The Paṭṭhāna is the seventh book of the Abhidhamma. It is vast, intricate, and deeply philosophical. It analyzes how dhammas, the ultimate realities of mind and matter, condition one another. In this chapter, we'll explore the 24 conditional relations, such as root condition, object condition, proximity condition, and so on. We'll see how these relations explain the dynamic interplay of mind and matter, and we'll emphasize the central insight. Nothing exists independently. All phenomena arise due to conditions. So, if you've ever wondered, how does the Buddhist teaching explain causation? How do mind and matter interact? Why is nothing independent? This chapter will give us the Abhidhamma perspective. The Paṭṭhāna is sometimes called the Great Book of the Abhidhamma. It is enormous in scope, analyzing conditional relations in detail. Its purpose is to show that dhammas do not exist in isolation. They arise, persist, and cease due to conditions. For example, consciousness arises due to an object, a sense organ, attention, and other factors. Matter arises due to karma, consciousness, temperature, and nutriment. The Paṭṭhāna maps out these relations systematically. It shows the web of conditionality that underlies all experience. This is crucial because it dismantles the illusion of independence. We think things exist on their own, but Abhidhamma shows that everything is conditioned. The Paṭṭhāna lists 24 conditional relations or paccaya. Each describes a way in which one dhamma conditions another. Some examples: root condition hetu paccaya, wholesome or unwholesome roots condition consciousness. Object condition aramana paccaya, an object conditions consciousness. Proximity condition anantara paccaya, one moment of consciousness conditions the next. Repetition condition asavana paccaya, repeated consciousness strengthens the next. Nutriment condition ahara paccaya, food conditions the body. Faculty condition indriya paccaya, faculties like eye, ear, or life faculty condition experience. Association condition sampayutta paccaya, mental factors condition consciousness by arising together. Dissociation condition vipayutta paccaya, matter and mind condition each other by being distinct. Each relation is a lens. Together they form a comprehensive map of conditionality. For example, when you see a flower, the eye faculty is a condition. The visible form is a condition. Attention is a condition. Proximity and repetition conditions sustain the process. This shows the complexity of even a simple perception. The conditional relations explain the dynamic interplay of mind and matter. Mind conditions matter. For example, intention leads to bodily action. Matter conditions mind. For example, the state of the body influences consciousness. This interplay is constant. It shows that mind and matter are not separate but interdependent. For example, when you feel tired, the condition of the body influences the mind. When you decide to exercise, the mind influences the body. The Paṭṭhāna maps out these interactions in detail, showing the web of conditionality that sustains experience. One of the central insights of the Paṭṭhāna is that nothing exists independently. Every dhamma arises due to conditions. Without conditions, it does not arise. For example, consciousness cannot arise without an object. Matter cannot arise without causes like karma or nutriment. This insight dismantles the illusion of a permanent self. We think I exist independently, but Abhidhamma shows that what we call I is just conditioned phenomena. This is liberating. It helps us let go of clinging. We see that everything is dependent, impermanent, and not self. How does this help us in practice? When we meditate, we can observe conditionality directly. We can see how feeling conditions craving, how mindfulness conditions wisdom, how attention conditions perception. This observation deepens insight. It helps us see impermanence, suffering, and non-self. For example, when anger arises, we can reflect, this is conditioned by perception, attention, and past habits. It is not me, it is just conditions. That reflection weakens attachment. So the Paṭṭhāna is not just theory. It is a practical guide to seeing conditionality in meditation and daily life. Some critics say the Paṭṭhāna is too complex. Why 24 conditions? Isn't this over-analysis? But the purpose is precision. Just as a scientist studies molecules in detail, a meditator studies conditions in detail. Another criticism is that it is too abstract. But in practice, even a basic understanding helps us see conditionality. We don't need to memorize all 24. We just need to see that phenomena are conditioned. So, to conclude, Chapter 1 of Volume 2 introduces the Paṭṭhāna, the seventh book of the Abhidhamma. We've learned that it analyzes conditional relations, listing 24 ways dhammas condition one another. We've seen how these relations explain the dynamic interplay of mind and matter, and we've emphasized that nothing exists independently. All phenomena arise due to conditions. Most importantly, we've seen how this helps us in practice. By observing conditionality, we deepen insight and move toward liberation. Thank you so much for joining me in this deep dive into Chapter 1 of Handbook of Abhidhamma Studies, Volume 2. We've journeyed through the Paṭṭhāna, the conditional relations, the interplay of mind and matter, and the insight that nothing exists independently. If you found this exploration helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who might be interested in Buddhist philosophy and meditation. In our next episode, we'll move into Chapter 2, where we explore the classification of consciousness in detail, seeing how different types of consciousness function in conditional relations. Until then, may you be well, may you be peaceful, and may you continue your journey into wisdom.